Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns unfortunately just caught Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors on one of those nights. The first half consisted of the Splash Brothers not missing. There is no doubt in Jordan Poole's mind that he's going to get this ball to Klay Thompson. Draymond knows it. Everybody in San Francisco knows it. The most important thing is Thompson knew it, and he knocked down another three. Steph Curry wasn't too shabby in the first half of this game either. It's already a 21-point lead. That's how you doing your in-law, Steph? That ain't no family love. How we supposed to kick it at Thanksgiving after that? Draymond, like, look, my two guys got it going, so the game plan is going to be to get them the ball and get out of the way. Thompson, a 33-point first half. The Warriors are putting it on the Suns. It's the NBA, though. Everybody makes a run, especially when you got guys like Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, and Devin Booker. Look at this nasty in and out by Booker. That's an and one. And then D-Book pulling up. He had a really good game. Free throw line jump shot gives him 32 for the night. But it will come in a losing effort because Thompson said so. Look at Klay. A nasty off that pivot. Torrey Craig, where you going, baby? It's Thompson lighting up Phoenix for 38 points. Jordan Poole's like, blue skidoo. The Splash Brothers got it going. I can too. Poole with the and one. Warriors retake the big time lead. And when it's winning time, Curry goes in his bag. It's like the ball just knows I should probably go to the guy that has made more three-pointers than anybody in NBA history. It's Curry for three. He had 23 points, a very loud 23 points. The Warriors beat the Suns 123-112. We didn't show this play in the earlier version of the highlight because we wanted to dedicate some time to it. During this Warriors-Suns game, look at Steph Curry put the moves on Chris Paul. Now, Steph's crossed Chris on that same baseline in the past. I want you to see exactly what Curry had to say. For all my lip readers out there, Curry had some clear and concise words in the direction of CP3. Read his lips. He says, this ain't 2014 no more. For those who don't remember, it was Chris Paul's Clippers defeating Steph's Warriors in the 2014 NBA playoffs. One of the greatest rivalries we got in the NBA that doesn't get mentioned enough over the last 7-8 years has been this budding rivalry between Steph Curry and Chris Paul. They could tell me until they blew in the face that they respect and love each other. Them dudes don't like each other, period. There's envy, especially from Chris Paul's side. Steph Curry done crossed his man, put the ball between his legs right in front of him. Steph Curry done won championship after championships. He's known as the greatest three-point shooter of all time, and Chris Paul still can't get over that championship hump. Steph Curry, look at this man in his eye and saying this ain't 2014 no more is some of the most disrespectful trash talk. For those who don't know, that was the last time Chris Paul was on a team that was able to defeat the Warriors back in 2014. Ever since then, it's been all Golden State. I thought we were going to finally get this matchup last postseason. The Suns were the number one seed going into the playoffs last year. The Luka thing happened. He bounces them out in the 7-game series. We don't get that beautiful conference finals that I think would have went 7 games between Phoenix and Golden State. And I believe Phoenix had a really good chance of beating Golden State last year, but we would never know because Luka did what Luka was going to do, and he eliminated the Phoenix Suns. I've been yearning from a Chris Paul and Steph Curry matchup over the last few years since he joined Phoenix. The reality is Chris Paul not the same player he was. And I know it is killing him on the inside to have Steph Curry, who's taken so much away from Chris Paul. I feel like he's taking the soul out of CP3 with all the winning that he's done. We're going to look back on this era and say Chris Paul was the second best point guard to come around. We can't say he was the best point guard come around when Steph Curry exists. Even though Chris Paul is more or less the ideal point guard, right? He's the more standardized point guard and running the show. Steph Curry is still classified as a point guard. And with all the winning and shooting he's done in the last decade of change, nobody can in good faith say Chris Paul had a better run than Steph. And I don't think Chris Paul saw this coming. A little light-skinned dude that came out of nowhere and took so much from me. They won all these championships, finals MVP, shooting records. Man, I know for a fact CP3 don't like him deep down. And boy, I think this is the last year where it will matter, meaning Chris Paul is probably out of his prime, but I think he got one last hoorah in him. If these two teams can face each other in the playoffs with all the bad blood, with the Kevin Durant situation, with him leaving Golden State to go be a Brooklyn Net, how that didn't work out. The Warriors winning the championship after Kevin Durant. The Devin Booker and Klay Thompson back and forth. There's a little bad blood between them dudes there. Just one of the best two guards of the new versus one of the best two guards of the last 10, 15 years. There's a little back and forth there. Obviously, Draymond Green's going to find a way to insert himself in that series. He'll probably be beefing with DeAndre Ayton. There is some stuff there. Obviously, we can't forget about the brother-in-law, Damian Lee, playing for the Suns, was a champion with the Warriors. There is some spice here. And these two teams could potentially be a 4-5 matchup out west. Oh, my goodness, would that be a matchup? This is the last year where we can get a really good Chris Paul versus Steph Curry series. I hope we get it. Steph is giving it to Chris Paul. CP3 could really use a playoff series win against the Warriors at this point in his career.